あと新技術のコンサルタント、設立当初の新技術のコンサルタントっていうのは非常にユニークな方が多かったと思うんですけど、彼らから与えられた指導だとか、そういったもので非常に面白いなというような教え方とか、知識だとか、そういったものがあれば教えてください。
Well, they all worked for Ono, and so we heard a lot of Ono stories, and they, on the one hand, they all feared Ono, and you could even say, and some maybe even hated Ono. But over here, they revered Ono. he was, because he forced them to do things that they didn't think they could do, right? And his approach was very harsh. You know, it was kind of like, you know, he went to a factory and say, setup time is 3 hours. When I come back, I want to see that cut down. So they worked for 6 months, and then he comes back. And they said, "Oh no!" And they had the plant photographer and everybody there, and they said, "Oh no, we want to show you. We took the setup from 3 hours to 1 hour." Oh, that's very nice. But I'm a busy man. I don't have time to watch 1 hour. Fix it again. Get it tomorrow. And so they come back and they, we went from 1 hour to 20 minutes. I don't have time to watch 20 minutes. I'm a busy man. And then when they get it down to maybe 2 or 3 minutes, okay, now I can watch. So, but that was what they learned, how they learned Kaizen from Ono. And so they were the same way with us. You know, that's why they would say, "Oh no, you're fired." Things like that would tell people, just do this, you know, we want you to do this stuff. And the thing that was really, I thought, helpful and very good was they were more committed to helping us get better than we were in a lot of cases. Not the senior management, but the rest of the team. They were more committed to getting us better. And so I said, boy, you know, I want someone like that. I want someone that's committed to making me get better. And so that was something that I thought was very helpful from the way that they operated. But yeah, they were a little on the rough side at first. You know, when I was in the private equity business, we had a factory in Missouri, and a big factory. We were making filing products and things like this. So we had one of the consultants for Shingijutsu. And we said, we had like 4 teams, we had maybe 40, 50 people for the week. And I said, we should do a walk of shame to show them, because they think this is a great factory, they can't see. He says, okay, so we go on the shop floor. And the first thing we come to is a big pile of inventory, work in process. And the plant manager was a guy named Bob. Bob, give me $20. He says, what? Just give me $20. So he goes in his wallet, and he comes up and here's the $20. Sticks it on the pile of inventory, and he says, look, you're wasting the company's money, you might as well waste some of your money. Let's go to the next station. And so, you know, and everybody went, whoa. But Bob told that story for the rest of his career. He said, I learned so much from that one example. And we had a lot of examples like that, a lot of things where Shingijutsu could make you understand something that you couldn't see, right? I think of, you know, traditional companies have kind of sometimes one man, one machine manning. And so the operator is putting something into the machine, turning it on, and then watching it, right? So I remember, I forget which one, but one of them said, now, look, if you went home and your spouse put a load of wash in the washing machine, turned it on, and then sat there going like this, you would think this is kind of stupid. But at work, that's normal for you, right? So what's the difference between that and this? So we had a lot of, they gave us a lot of great examples like that, you know, about things in nature or washing machines, or I can't remember them all, but a lot of examples like that where if you said, oh yeah, okay, well, that makes a lot of sense. It's hard to argue with that, right? So they were very helpful from that, but we're very, very strong, very harsh.
彼らは、まあ、自分たちのことを、まあ、コンサルタントではなくて、まあ、インサルタントと呼んでたんだけど、まあ、あれはどういった経緯というか、どういった意味なんでしょうね。
Well, because that's how they operated, really. We didn't know anything. We were wasting the company's money. We should give back half our salary. We're fired or whatever. But that was the way that they operated. It was they weren't there trying to become your friend. They were trying to help you get better. And so we accepted that. That was okay. We wanted them to help us get better. And we were getting better at a very rapid pace. And so if we, so we just had, when we created Kaizen teams, we had to tell them, look, just do what they tell you. Don't listen to any of this other stuff, because they're going to be kind of strong and harsh because they want us to get better. I think insultants was fine. That was a good name for them, actually.
あと、まあ、なんていうのかな、まあ、私たちどうしてもまあ、英語を話せないんでね、まあ、通訳の人をどうしても返さなきゃいけない。まあ、非常にコミュニケーションを取りづらかったりっていうこともあると思いますけども、何か通訳をすることで何か困ったことはありましたか？
Sure, there's always a little bit of trouble, even with excellent. We had excellent interpreters, but even with the excellent interpreters, sometimes it's a little hard to exactly understand. And I can remember one time in particular, Mr. Niwa was consulting with one of the teams, and he got very upset with the team. He was very upset. And he went on this 5 minutes, he was yelling and screaming, and the veins on his head were popping out, his neck veins were popping out. He was really, really mad. And so after 5 minutes of this, we all looked at the interpreter. What is Mr. Niwa saying? And she just said, well, Mr. Niwa says you shouldn't do it that way. I said, no, that's not what Mr. Niwa said. Mr. Niwa said a lot of other things. But she said, I can't translate that. I can't do that. So we had cases like that. But I think one of the things that maybe holds Shingijutsu back a little bit, and you might still see this today, is the knowledge that comes with Shingijutsu is the best in the world. But because you have to do it through interpreters, the cost of a week of consulting goes up, the logistics of a week of consulting go up, you have to figure out how to get the interpreter there, how to house them and feed them and all this stuff. And so I mean, if I don't feed them, they're not going to translate anything. So anyway, the cost is higher, and that makes a lot of U.S. and European companies shy away from it, I think. So we didn't have much trouble, and we were hungry for knowledge. So we'd work all day with them on the shop floor. And then we always went out to dinner with them at night. We played golf with them on the weekends, all to get more information. So it was extra work for the interpreters. They had to work. They didn't. Usually their day ends, 9 to 5 or something. No, 9 to 5. Then you have to go to dinner and translate. And so that was a lot of extra work for them. But we were trying to learn. We were trying to learn from the consultants how to really do this. We had a lot of questions. Why would you do it this way? Why wouldn't you do it that way? And we could learn that at dinner a lot. And so I thought a lot of our learning occurred in the evening when we were talking to them. And we heard a lot of great Ono stories as well. So it was always funny. They used to say when Ono came through the plant, he apparently had a little mustache. And when he was coming through, someone would go like this. He's coming. Oh my God, Ono's coming, So those were always fun.
ありがとうございます。